Hello everybody, Favorite here, bringing another video. Today's video doing Pinkie Tales, Arabian Nights Shaladdin. So in the last one, we saw Discord took over and changed the kind of close to Goldilocks, but it was Discord locks. But let's see what this one's gonna be like. So without further ado, play button 3, 2, 1.
Pinkie Tales! Arabian Nights Shaladdin!
It's Aladdin.
Okay, Poundin' Pumpkin. This time, for really reals, we're going to read a story about a faraway land with lots and lots of sand. Are you ready?
Yay!
Once upon a time.
A long time ago, in the hot desert sands of Equestria, there was a kingdom called Saddle Arabia. Home to adventure, exotic treasure, and family fun for all ages. This vast kingdom was a wonderful sight to behold. Our story begins one dark and fateful night, where a mysterious and magical cave in the shape of a giant pony head arose from a great sand dune to greet the pony who desired access to its treasure troves.
Rarity head.
Who in their right mind would wake me at this hour of the night?
The giant head said, blinking a few times before
Both
focusing her
bicep.
sights on the pony standing in front of her. He was a large muscled Pegasus with abnormally small wings and a vacant look in his eyes.
Oh, this is promising. What is it you want?
Yeah, what do you
The
want?
Pegasus's hooves shook in fright as he glanced over his shoulder to the mysterious stallion waiting behind him. The stallion narrowed his eyes and pointed his hoof expectantly in the direction of the giant pony head.
Let me guess, darling. You want access to my treasures and valuables? I am the Cave of Rarity after
The
all.
Cave of Rarity.
They don't call me a wonder for nothing.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm right here, darling. There's no need to shout.
Yeah.
The Pegasus glanced over his shoulder one more time before timidly approaching the mouth of the cave.
Let's do this!
He took a wary
Quiet
step
down.
closer, and then another, his confidence building with each stride. Once he was inside, however, the Cave of Rarity's mouth snapped shut.
Uh-oh.
She puffed out her sandy cheeks and spat the stallion back into the air. He soared miles overhead, screaming as he did so, while the cave sputtered in disgust.
Oh, my! That was vile!
Vile?
Absolutely disgusting! Tasted like mussels and sweat! Your
Yeah.
pony had better bother me again until a proper gentle colt with a heart of gold dares enter my treasure trove. And handsome. He simply must be handsome. Cleanliness is important as well.
True.
Perhaps he likes long walks on the beach and staying inside cozy by the fire on rainy nights.
Oh.
Not that we have much rain here in the desert.
Yeah.
The cave continued talking to herself as she slowly descended out of sight, leaving nothing but a giant sand dune and the mysterious stallion behind.
Huh. Well, that's something you don't see every day, now is it?
Reaper and the
Giant
parrot.
mystical talking cave with darn near impossible standards.
A loudmouth talking parrot perched on the back of the stallion said,
Then again, you don't see stallions like that every day either. I mean, is it even logical that all them muscles help that fool fly? You think that'd be counterproductive, what with the size of them wings?
Yeah.
Enough, Blago.
Blago?
Clearly this wasn't the correct pony to accomplish our task.
Good luck finding someone better. Or dumber.
Worry not. My magic will point us in the direction of this pony with a heart of gold. Victory is close at hoof, my friend.
And with that, the stallion ignited his horn with magic, and the pair disappeared into the night. The next day, life continued as normal for the ponies of Saddle Arabia.
Flam,
Deep in the
Trixie,
heart of the city,
Riverside.
the marketplace was alive
Lyra.
and busy as ever.
Ha! Magpie
By
pony.
mid-morning, the ponies had set up their stalls to sell their wares and had attracted a sizable crowd. This accounted for the royal
And
guard
Sequoia.
presence, as it was not uncommon for thieves to covet the many tempting exotic trinkets and oddities. One such thief was a young stallion called Shaladdin. Having been
Shaladdin.
brought up on the streets with only his agility and street smarts, Shaladdin spent his days dodging palace guards and stealing the meals he needed to survive.
Wait,
Huh?
you mean there are
Pinkie.
ponies in Saddle Arabia who have to steal just to live? What kind of crazy backwards place is this? Why can't they just eat the grass?
There is no grass, Pinkie. This is a desert.
Yeah.
What does a dessert have to do with anything? I mean, I know I could live off of cupcakes and pies, but
Desert, Pinkie, not dessert.
yeah, I heard you. A dessert. That's a really cute accent, you know.
I'm referring to a large, dry, barren region, usually having sandy or rocky soil and little or no vegetation.
Yeah.
I don't know what desserts taste like where you come from, but that doesn't sound appetizing at all. You
Pinkie.
haven't lived until you've tried the cake's award-winning marzipan mascarpone meringue madness.
Pinkie.
Oh, wait here. I'll get you some right now.
No, Pinkie,
Pinkie!
I don't need...
And she's gone.
Shaladdin wouldn't have escaped pursuit all these years if it weren't for his very best friend Apul, the monkey. Of the pair of them, Shaladdin had great strength, but it was Apul who was gifted with the brains. Together, they were an unstoppable pair.
All right, Apul. Another day, another dinar.
Shaladdin said, scanning the marketplace stalls for something delicious to steal.
Do saddle Arabian ponies use dinars? I
Wait,
thought we were trying not to misrepresent the culture.
Oh,
of this
it's
story.
Applejack
Besides,
Monkey.
when have we ever ended the day with any money at all?
It's just an expression. Lighten up, will ya? I'm starving. And I've got my eye on that stall of fruit over there. Just look at all those choices, Apul.
Ooh.
Oranges, mangoes, watermelons, cherries, grapes,
Pineapple.
apples.
Wait, can our climate really grow all that? We're in a desert, not on a tropical island.
And that's
Oh,
true.
look, they have your favorite.
Don't say it.
Bananas.
Bananas, right, because I'm a monkey. Sorry, I thought you were going to say something else.
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
wait.
never mind. Looks like they're fresh out of bananas. Maybe
Aww.
we can get you a nice shiny red apple instead.
And there it is. I can't ever escape apples, can I?
Apul carefully made her way towards their soon-to-be breakfast, muttering sarcastically under her breath.
They're making the element of honesty a thief in this story. That can't possibly go wrong.
She was moments away from reaching a particularly delicious-looking orange when she quickly ducked under the stool instead.
What the?
A strange hooded mare had approached the assorted fruits, forcing Apul to remain out of sight.
Would the pretty mare like a nice, juicy apple to start the day?
Oh, sure. I would love one.
The mare said, levitating the apple from the fruit merchant and taking a bite.
That'll be 2 bits.
Oh, so we're back to bits now?
Apul asked, still concealed from view. Shaladdin was not too far away, watching the exchange curiously. He seemed rather fixated on the mysterious shopper who
Yeah.
might have cost him his breakfast.
Bits? Right. I have money. If you would just let me go back to the palace, I can...
You can't pay, you say? So you're a thief then? Do you know what happens to thieves like you?
No, I can pay. I just don't have anything on me right now.
Guards! Thief!
Uh-oh.
The mare's eyes darted around the marketplace in fear. Thinking fast, Apul climbed up the fruit stand and jumped onto the merchant's head, pulling her oversized turban over her eyes before reclaiming her spot on Shaladdin's back. Shaladdin quickly knocked over a basket of mangoes, causing the fruit to scatter between the merchant and the mare. When the merchant attempted to pursue her, she tripped over her own produce instead.
Quick, this way!
Shaladdin said, leading the mare away from the ruckus.
You didn't have to do that.
The mare said, out of breath as she tried to keep up.
Don't worry about it. It's about time I got myself into trouble today anyway.
Huh?
I'm Shaladdin. This little buddy of mine here is Apul.
Apul.
The mare started, but was cut off when the crowds parted and a line of palace guards were
Uh-oh.
waiting for them. The guard in charge stepped forward with a smug
What?
grin on her
Rainbow?
face. Her rainbow mane was only just visible under the helmet she wore.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
what?
But
I
I thought
didn't-
Rainbow was the merchant
Yeah.
back there.
Halt! You've finally done it this time, street rats. You're not getting away so easy.
The guard fanned out her wings and readied herself to take off in pursuit.
Who said this was easy?
Shaladdin asked, turning his attention to a large cart of barrels nearby. He bounded to the side, kicked off the wall of the building, and bucked his hind legs into the side of the cart, sending the barrels toppling over the unsuspecting guards. Not wasting any time, Shaladdin motioned for the mare to follow him down an alleyway.
See that old abandoned building? Wait there till I've given these guys the slip.
What about you?
This isn't the worst challenge I've faced.
What is the
with a grin,
worst?
igniting his magic and teleporting the mare across the street and out of harm's way.
You still have magic? Why in the hell are we putting ourselves in danger every day just for a darn piece of fruit when you can make one appear?
Yeah!
But where's the fun in that?
There he is!
Big
Mac
called out. Apul recognized the sound of the guard's voice and turned to see a familiar deep crimson coat and light orange mane.
Let's get a move on. This one's not gonna be easy to outmuscle.
The pair of friends didn't hesitate.
Down the lane,
They ran
Rhino.
along the alleyway which led
changeling!
back into the heart of the marketplace.
Carrot.
Unfortunately, there were too many ponies around to make a clean getaway. Rather than stick to the streets, Shaladdin decided to take to the rooftops. With the pull
Hey,
on
daring
his
do.
back, he pushed off hard from the ground and leapt onto a nearby awning, which propelled him up onto the roof.
No, not on the roof. Rainbow will spot you in a...
Halt!
Heartbeat.
Saw that coming.
Shaladdin only had moments to react before he was sure to be caught. Taking a sharp turn, he jumped back down between a pair of buildings, narrowly missing the clothing line between them as he fell. The guard, however, was not as fortunate. She flew straight into a rug, and before she could get herself free, the clothing line snapped her backwards into the sky again. Shaladdin laughed, and moments before touching the ground, he ignited his horn and teleported himself away. Moments later, he reappeared back inside the abandoned building he had mentioned, panting and smiling.
See? Piece of cake. Whew.
Apul jumped down from his shoulder and looked around curiously.
Where's the mare?
Yeah.
Shaladdin looked around nervously for her before racing down the steps of the building and back out into the open. Unfortunately, waiting at the bottom were the palace guards, who quickly seized him while he was distracted.
Dang
the mare
it.
in question was struggling a few feet away. Shaladin growled and attempted to use his magic, but the strange device they'd locked on his horn prevented it.
By order of the Sultan, you are under arrest.
Let him go.
And why would I do a foolish thing like that?
Because I order you to.
The mare said, pulling away her disguise. The guards around her gasped and immediately fell to the dirt road in a bow. Shaladdin quickly came to the realization that she was none other than the Princess of Saddle Arabia.
Oh, wow.
He'd never seen Princess Jadence before, but the moment he
Jadence?
did, something in his heart skipped a beat. She was beautiful, and he couldn't look away from her kind lavender eyes.
I'm sorry, Princess, but the law is the law, and with all due respect, we are to follow it as instructed by your father. We've been after this thief for some time now. His crimes are too numerous to be ignored. You will have to consult your father on his decided punishment.
Punishment?
But if I learn that you mistreat him, I will report you to the Sultan myself.
Ooh.
The princess declared. She gave Shaladdin a sympathetic smile, then took off in flight for the palace. Shortly after, Shaladdin was...
I'm back!
Pinkie!
Try some of this.
Ah, Pinkie!
What? Pinkie? It's all over everything, even the story.
Yeah.
It was an accident. Here, let me just...
No,
Stay back. You've done enough.
But I just want to help.
Go to the bad Pinkie corner now
and take the rest of this cake with you.
I'm being punished with dessert? I'm oddly okay with this.
Okay.
Father?
Princess Jadence called, pushing open the throne room door to
Well, it's
find
the
the
father.
Sultan pacing in front of his throne.
Daughter, where have you been? I was worried sick about you.
Sultan Sparkle said, pulling his daughter into a hug.
Father, I need to speak to you at once about a stallion taken prisoner in the marketplace.
You were in the marketplace? What were you doing outside the palace walls?
Surely the princess has good reason for abandoning her father.
Oh, him
A dark
again.
and sinister-looking pony said, emerging from the side of the throne where previously he had been standing motionless. He was the Sultan's most trusted advisor. Although he smiled, It was a twisted and unnerving smile, which matched the off-putting
Careful,
tone of his
poison
voice.
joke.
I didn't abandon any pony. I merely wished to experience something outside of the Stonewall prison.
But you could have been hurt.
I was getting along fine on my own.
That is not what I heard, Your Majesty. My sources have told me that the princess ran into some trouble during her little act of rebellion. She was found with a dangerous criminal in the marketplace before his capture.
Whoa.
He wasn't dangerous. If anything, he saved me from a rude and overbearing street merchant. That's why I'm here, Father, to plead on his behalf. Oh, he might be a thief, but he is no hardened criminal. Even I can tell he has a heart of gold.
Sombra's eyes widened at the mention of a heart of gold. He looked away from the Sultan to the door leading to the dungeon.
I don't want any harm coming to him, Father. Please, for his act of bravery, can you not pardon his crimes?
That would be quite impossible, Your Highness.
What do you mean?
No thief can be redeemed by one mere act of kindness. The Sultan would be wise to keep the youth in the dungeon where he can do no more harm.
I'm afraid he's right, my dear.
Aww.
My hooves are tied on this matter. The law states that a pony must pay for his crimes, no matter his intention. The prisoner will remain in the dungeon.
Jadence's eyes watered, and she stormed from the throne room. Sultan Sparkle heaved a heavy sigh before following after her.
Worry not, my liege. You made the correct decision.
Sombra called out to him, waiting until he had left the throne room before erasing the phony smile from his face.
Rago, wake up at once!
Sombra snapped, turning his attention to the parrot still asleep on the perch beside the throne.
Hey, wait.
I never lacked Bluebird!
Wait, what?
I think we have a little business to conduct in the dungeon.
Deep in the confines of the dungeon, Shaladdin found himself chained uncomfortably to the wall. His only means of light came from a small window above his head. Luckily for him, a pool was just the right size to squeeze through the window's bars and come to his aid.
How's it coming, little buddy?
Shaladdin asked, while Apul struggled to free her friend.
Well, seeing as how I'm a monkey and have no idea how to work these, hand things, not good.
Apul said, fidgeting with the lock clumsily.
Maybe you could try to get this thing off my horn first?
Apul examined the strange device locked on Shaladdin's horn. She reached out to touch it and was met with a surprising surge of electrical current.
Apul! Are you alright? Apul?
I absolutely refuse to say this next line.
Next line.
Nope, I'm not gonna do it.
8, stop banging the fourth wall.
Are you kidding me? We can't advance in the story unless I say it? Gosh darn it, Pinkie Pie, this is the most ridiculous...
Come on, stop banging the fourth wall.
Well, that was... shocking. The lamest joke I ever had to mutter.
Perhaps
Whoa.
I may be of more assistance to you,
Who are
my
you?
young lad.
Huh? Who goes there?
Oh, just a lonely prisoner like yourself.
The stallion said, levitating a strange-looking key to the device around Shaladdin's horn, freeing it instantly. Shaladdin then used his own magic to pry open the chain around his neck.
Thanks.
You know, you're quite spry for a young stallion. I heard the royal guard discussing your history of dodging your arrest.
Yeah, well, it only takes one mistake to end up here, so none of that really matters, does it?
Yeah.
But you're wrong, my friend. Some pony with skills like yours could be of great use to me.
What exactly do you want?
Yeah.
There is a great treasure that awaits the pair of us, if you are willing to take the risk. Only I know its whereabouts. But alas, my magic is too weak, and my bones too brittle to retrieve it on my own. Think of it, lad. Riches beyond your wildest dreams. Riches enough to buy a pardon for your crimes and court the mare that you seek.
Ooh,
what will I have to do?
Why don't you come with me and find out?
The old stallion said, igniting his magic to reveal a secret passage hidden in one of the dungeon walls.
Okay, who let...
Really? That's how easy it is to get out of here?
Yeah,
no wonder there's so much crime in Saddle Arabia.
Apul muttered, as Shaladdin followed the stallion out of his cell.
Back
It was just after twilight when the pair of ponies had reached the opening of the Cave of Rarity.
Twilight was there?
No, Pinkie. Twilight as in time of day. Wait.
Oh.
What are you doing out of your corner?
Yeah.
I came to see if it's the genie thing yet.
You do realize that you spoiled part of the plot, right?
Yeah,
You'll be in the
thanks.
story soon enough.
Me? What do you mean?
You're playing the part of the genie, aren't you?
Just because I can break the fourth wall and make lots of funny jokes, you just assume that I casted myself as the genie, huh? That's called character profiling.
Character
I
what?
expected better from you.
Well, if you let me continue the story, maybe we'll find out who is playing the genie.
Oh.
Proceed.
Who
Okay.
disturbs my beauty sleep at a much more reasonable hour?
How
The
often do you
giant
sleep,
ponyhead
Rarity?
exclaimed, looking at the old stallion and his new comrade.
The cave head is Rarity? Really?
Yeah.
Me. My name is Shaladdin, and I have come seeking entrance to your vast treasure.
I know, darling. Ponies don't usually seek out mystical caves just to have a nice chat. Although that
True.
would be nice. You are a much better choice than the last stallion who attempted to enter my cave.
What do you mean attempted?
Oh, what is this? Is that a country-speaking monkey? I really expected to allow a monkey into my treasure trove?
This monkey is my best friend, and if she doesn't go, I don't go.
Ooh.
How sweet! You two must be the best of friends. All right, I've heard enough. Clearly, young stallion, you have a heart of gold. After all, it must be quite challenging to care for a smelly and hairy little creature like that and call it a friend.
Hey!
You may come in, darling, but I warn you, touch only the instrument of destiny or be prepared to face drastic consequences.
Ooh.
The Cave of Rarity opened her mouth to allow Shaladdin passage. As he approached, the old stallion called out to him.
Bring me the instrument of destiny, and the rest of the treasure is yours.
Shaladdin
Ooh.
nodded and began the descent into the cave.
Wait, how is that a fair deal? We were
Yeah.
just warned moments ago not to touch anything else, and this old stallion here wants the one thing we can? How is this not alarming to you?
Yeah, you worry too much, Apool. We'll be fine.
Once Shaladdin and Apool had reached
that's a
the
lot of
bottom of the
jewels.
cave, their eyes widen in wonder at the sight of the vast treasure within. The difficulty of the situation was just now sinking in, as the pair both wondered in silence how it would be possible to find an instrument of destiny in these mountains of gold and jewels.
Yeah.
It certainly didn't help that they weren't allowed to touch anything.
Watch out!
Apool shouted, moments before Shaladdin accidentally stepped hoof on a strange-looking carpet laying atop the sand.
Welcome.
What? What's wrong?
You just touched that carpet thing. I thought we weren't allowed to do that down here.
Maybe this is the instrument of destiny?
No. What?
Well, I'm not exactly an instrument. I'm more of a doormat.
The carpet said.
Flutter the
Shaladdin
doormat.
backed away from the carpet in surprise, falling onto the ground and nearly squashing his simian friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Are you alright?
Scare me? No, you just surprised me is all. I've never seen a talking carpet before. My name's Shaladdin. What's yours?
I'm a doormat.
Doormat.
Does you look like a carpet to me.
No, I mean my name is Doormat.
Oh.
Wait, who said that?
Oh, that's my friend, Apool.
Shaladdin said, turning to the side for Doormat to see the monkey on his back.
A monkey? Oh, how adorable! Oh, and she even has a little fez. Aww.
Would you like to come with us? We're looking for the instrument of destiny.
I would love to. I think I know where that is.
Where?
But you can't get there on hoof.
Well, obviously you can fly us there, right?
Fly?
Yes, I guess I could, but I'm rather afraid of heights.
Apool face
Typical.
palmed from Shaladdin's back.
How about you get us as close as you can, and we'll figure it out from there?
Yeah.
I can do that.
doormat said, allowing Shaladdin to settle on top of her. She levitated herself off the ground slowly and flew off in the direction of their prize. After a long cautionary flight, mere inches off the ground, they arrived in a separate section of the cave where large stone steps led to a glowing pedestal above.
Well, this is it.
Wait, if we're underground and it's dark outside, how is that pedestal lit up?
Come on, fool. Let's just get this instrument of destiny and get out of here.
Shaladdin said, ascending the stone steps with a pool on his back. Once they reached the top, Shaladdin paused in surprise.
The instrument of destiny is
a tuba.
Of course it's a tuba.
What?
Before Shaladdin could say another word,
Wait, what?
the tuba began to shake and move on its own. From somewhere within, a pink cloud of smoke burst forth, carrying with it a magical genie. So, you are the genie after all.
Duh. I'm like the perfect pony for this role. Except maybe Discord, but he's still in trouble.
And you gave me all that grief for nothing.
Well, I never said I wasn't going to play the part.
No wonder all those other narrators quit.
What?
Did some ponies summon a genie by blowing into the instrument of destiny?
No.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah, a little late.
Just wait until you do that, then.
The genie said, disappearing back inside the tuba. Shaladdin looked at Apul, and then back at the tuba, before pressing his lips to the mouthpiece and giving a mighty blow.
Okay.
Shaladdin, I'm so happy you've released me from my musical prison at last.
How do you know my name?
Magical intuition, of course. It has nothing to do with the walls or the number 4.
What?
So, you're probably wondering who I am.
Yeah.
Genie?
How did you know? Was it the narrator? Did she spoil it for you?
Don't blame me.
You just said it yourself a couple seconds ago.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, here I am, the genie of the instrument of destiny, otherwise known as a tuba. It's a pun, you see, but that's not the best part. I'm a wish-granting genie, and you get 3 wishes. Wait, what is that?
The genie asked. She disappeared momentarily, only to reappear again next to a pile of treasure.
Oh,
included a large,
genie.
sparkling sapphire.
Shiny.
The genie said, out a hoof.
Wait, don't!
Apul cautioned, but she was a second too late. The genie took the sapphire and admired it in the torchlight.
Genie.
How dare you!
Way to go, Genie.
One rule was not to touch my treasure!
Oops.
Genie.
But it was so shiny, and I couldn't help myself.
Oh my, look! The entrance to the cave, it's closing!
Run!
Shaladdin called, using his magic to carry
good
the
job,
tuba
Genie.
as he did so. Apul reached out and clung onto Doormat, who fluttered aimlessly as they ran.
Fluttered. I love puns.
Pinkie, stop.
Unfortunately, by the time they had reached the base of the stone steps, the Cave of Rarity had already closed her mouth and descended back into the sand.
Aww.
Looking around them, Shaladdin realized the caverns of vast treasure had all disappeared, leaving nothing but long, empty chasms.
Aww.
He and his friends were stranded hundreds of feet below the surface.
Well, what now?
That's just great. How in the hay are we supposed to get out of here?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Doormat can fly us out.
I'd really rather not fly that high.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you had a height problem.
Wait, what?
Maybe
How?
I should have made you the tiger.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Well,
Oh.
I do have 3 wishes. Maybe I can just wish us out.
Or, use your unicorn magic, which is always conveniently forgotten.
Yo. Well, that could work too.
Shaladdin said with a smile. He ignited his horn, and in a flash of light,
Well,
he and his friends
that worked.
appeared on the outskirts of Saddle Arabia.
What? But I'm the genie. I'm the only one who's supposed to have magical Ritic powers and save the day. You just light your horn and poof, like that? What's the point of having a genie? What's the point of having a magical talking doormat that can fly but doesn't want to? And what happened to my song? I'm supposed to get a song. Now be a good little poor pony and wish you're a prince so that you can wear the
Wait, what? Oh,
Shaladdin, Pool, and Doormat stared at the genie unblinking, unsure what to say.
Wish it!
Okay. I wish I was a prince.
Okie dokie dokie.
The genie exclaimed with glee. She waved her hooves dramatically and conjured a great cloud of pink smoke.
Whoa!
When it cleared, Shaladdin could see his appearance was drastically altered to reflect that of Saddle Arabian royalty.
Ooh.
Although he wasn't a fan of the pink-centric color scheme, Shaladdin beamed from ear to ear.
What in the hay did you do to me?
Shaladdin turned around to see his simian companion was no longer a monkey.
It's a dragon.
Instead, she had a purple scaly body with a stubby pointed tail and green spikes that spanned from the top of her head to the base of her tail.
Turned me into Spike?
Yeah.
Aladdin's a prince now. He needs something cooler than a monkey for a pet, don't you think?
You have to...
more princely than a dragon.
I think you're adorable.
Maybe next time you won't suggest some pony use magic to upstage the only magical pony in this story. That guy.
Is that what this is about? I'm just pointing out the obvious because some pony tells her stories with these giant plot holes that you only cast yourself as the genie so you could steal the show, didn't you?
You following any of this?
Free reign over all the
Nope.
even though it don't make a lick of sense.
Genie!
What?
Here.
What?
You're dragging this out longer than it needs to be.
Yeah.
We need to move on.
But narrator.
And you're turning a pool back into a monkey.
Aw, do I have to?
Genie.
Fine.
Sombrar!
The princess called, storming down the palace corridor towards him.
I just spoke to the royal guard, and they informed me that you personally escorted the prisoner from his cell. What have you done with him?
Yeah.
Your Highness, it is my duty to uphold the peace in Saddle Arabia. I merely carried out the stallion's sentence.
Oh, wasn't?
Yes. You see, the stallion was...
Swallowed by a giant pony head in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
What?
He just... Princess.
What? You were there! You saw him get eaten!
Brago started and swiftly cut off when Sombrara's magic snapped the parrot's mouth shut.
I'm afraid I must inform you that the stallion was banished to the desert. I don't make the rules, Princess. I merely enforce them. We can't go changing our bylaws because the princess felt bad for the street urchin.
But the scorching sands of the desert stretch on for miles. It's a death sentence.
Yeah.
A tragic yet necessary part of Saddle Arabia's prosperity. Besides, you have far more things to worry your pretty little head about, like your lineage.
Wait, what?
He's right, my daughter.
The Sultan said, entering the throne room with his escort of palace guards. His ears were matted against his head.
I have promised the ponies a decision will be made before tomorrow at sunset.
But father, every stallion asking for my hoof were all egotistical brutes only after the throne. How could you expect me to choose one of them to wed?
Yeah.
With all due respect, Princess, we cannot simply wait around for some pony to burst into the palace and declare they have found your true love.
Now that's just asking to be jinxed.
The palace doors burst open,
And here's
he pushed a large cannon into view, aimed directly at the Saddle Arabian throne.
Told ya.
Told ya.
Royal Majesties and creepy advisor stallion and annoying talking pigeon.
Hey!
To you, Princess Jaden's true love.
The pink pony said, igniting the cannon which promptly exploded into an array of balloons, confetti, streamers, and a regal stallion standing atop a magic flying doormat. The stallion flew across the room, his doormat screaming the entire way.
My oh my, who is this?
The Sultan exclaimed, taken in by the flashy entrance.
Oh hey, it's that Shaladdin kid! He must have found the genie and gotten out!
Hush! I must learn who this charlatan is.
He just said
Are you
it!
kidding me? You don't see the resemblance? It's Shaladdin! Look, I can see that monkey's tail coming out from under his turban!
Wait, what?
Give it up, cousin. They'll never listen.
Your Majesty, my name is Prince Shining Armor, and I have come to request the hoof of your lovely Princess Jadens.
You certainly know how to make an appearance, young prince.
Yeah.
Meet my daughter, the rarest and most beautiful flower in all of Saddle Arabia.
Shaladdin bowed before Jadence and kept his eyes locked on hers. She looked so different from the runaway he had met on the street, but her striking eyes remained as hypnotizing as he remembered. Shaladdin was frozen in place, unable to summon the right words to greet her, in fear of her rejection.
Princess, you are indeed quite lovely. I wish I knew what to say.
Having unwittingly used his second wish, Genie poofed to a tiny floating version of herself and told him the next line to say.
I have traveled a great distance and faced many obstacles to ask you this one question. Will you marry me?
If you think I can be won over by an exuberant entrance like that, then you are a fool. Unlike my father, I am far from impressed, Prince Shining Armor, and I refuse to remain in the company of those who would trade my marriage like wares in a marketplace.
Princess Jadence exclaimed, taking off in flight back to her chambers in a huff.
Well, there goes one of the only good cannon ships.
Wait, what?
Hours later, in the courtyard below Princess Jadence's balcony, Shaladdin was pacing back and forth. He was worried that he'd ruined his first impression with the princess, and ultimately, her approval.
Yeah.
Genie, what am I going to do?
What are you
She'll
gonna
never give me a chance now.
Aw, cheer up, Shaladdin. There's way too much
Why are you
going on
blowing
in
up
my
balloons?
You two for this not to work.
Genie said, mindlessly blowing balloon animals that would then come to life.
I don't think she was too keen on the meet and engage thing you had going on there.
Excuse me, little Miss Sour Apple, but for your information, all the best fairy tale princes get the girl that way. Just ask Prince Dash or Prince Charming.
Wait, what?
They meet, they kiss, they marry. Ooh, you just forgot to kiss her. No wonder it didn't work.
Maybe if I go up there, just explain how I feel. She might not hate me.
Yeah,
Covered.
Genie said, magicking a giant heart-shaped hot air balloon with a picture of Shaladdin and Jadence kissing plastered on its side.
I don't think I'll be needing your help for this one, Genie.
Yeah.
Not that your magic isn't great. It's just that Doormat here said she really wants to help me out.
I do?
Of course you do. After all, every pony has to conquer their fears eventually, right?
And
all you have to do is fly me up to the balcony. I'll do the rest.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Aw, really? But look, it even says shipments approved.
I'll tell you what, Genie. I'll use Doormat's help this time. And then when the princess is in love with me, I'll use my last wish to set you free.
Ooh.
What? Really? Does that mean I can go anywhere and use my magic for anything I want?
Now let's just think about that a little bit, Shaladdin. I'm not sure the world can handle Genie's, unique style of magic.
Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Shaladdin said, standing atop Doormat and guiding her flight to the balcony above. Princess Jadence had shut herself in her chamber since the display
Rainbow
in the
cat.
throne room. Her faithful pet, Ranger the tiger, was close to her, wishing there was something that could cheer up her princess.
They're expecting a decision tomorrow, Ranger. This is why I tried to leave in the first place.
Ranger.
I can't marry one of those brutes and allow my father's throne to be misused for personal gain.
Ranger suddenly leapt to her paws and growled lowly in the direction of the balcony.
What is it? Who's there?
Jadence wondered aloud. She crossed the room and opened the doors leading outside, with Ranger following close behind. Standing alone on the balcony was Prince Shining Armor with an apologetic grin on his face.
Hello again, Princess. Please forgive my intrusion.
Shaladdin was cut off when Ranger pounced, claws swiping at the intruder.
Ranger, no. Let me handle this.
Ranger? As in rainbow? She's the tiger too?
We ran out of the budget. Do you know how much it costs to turn you into a monkey? Or Rarity into a giant talking head?
Wait! Princess, please, let me explain. I'm very sorry I gave you the wrong first impression earlier. I was so nervous to talk to you that I stumbled on my words.
That didn't seem like a stumble to me. It seemed like a proposal.
Believe me, Princess, even I don't know what I was thinking. I only wanted to say the right thing, and it got a little out of hoof. Please,
And what's...
give me another chance.
Though she wanted to turn the stallion away, there was something strangely familiar about this prince. She nodded her head curtly, much to Ranger's dismay.
Aww, she's so beautiful.
What is that?
Oh, this is Doormat. She's a magical flying and talking carpet who just so happens to enjoy animals and hate heights.
A magical what?
Here, let me show you.
You want me to stand on a magical talking carpet and fly off this balcony? You're right. My first impression of you wasn't correct. You're not a selfish, egotistical brute. You're just insane.
What?
Don't tell me you're afraid.
Afraid? Why would I be afraid? I have wings. I can fly perfectly well on my own.
Oh.
This can't be the worst challenge you've faced.
Oh.
At the mention of those words, Jadence was reminded of what the poor stallion in the marketplace had said. She gave the prince a closer look, seeing the resemblance in his coat and mane, and ventured to guess that this was indeed the Shaladdin she had feared was long gone.
All right, I'll go.
Shaladdin smiled and helped her onto Doormat before the three of them flew from the balcony into the night sky. There's something magical about flying Doormat rides over a moonlit city.
And what's
In the
that?
span of a few minutes, her mind and her heart was changed about Shaladdin, and she embraced feelings of oddly placed romance. Holding each other close, Shaladdin and Jadence sang the woes of the lives they had led and the bright future they could foresee together. As their love blossomed, Shaladdin debated whether or not to tell Jadence the truth about who he really was, but fearing he may lose her, he decided instead to hold his tongue. After their magical flight around the city, Doormat returned the happy couple to the princess's balcony, grateful to be on solid ground again. Before it was time to leave, Shaladdin pulled the princess into an embrace.
Here I was dreading the decision I was forced to make, and now I find myself rejoicing in it. I must find my father right away.
Jadence said, taking off from the balcony in flight with the brightest smile on her face. Moments later, Genie and Abu joined Shaladdin on the balcony.
You did it! Aw, look at you. I bet your heart is all a flurry. Get it?
Ha
ha.
Very
funny.
She's the pony of my dreams, Genie, and I could never have done this without you.
I have so many plans for my magic now that I'm gonna be free. I can throw the biggest party in pony history and invite everyone. Well, I don't know about the narrators. They don't really seem like the party type. Maybe I can just make things canon. Ooh, like Princess Big Mac. What is the most amazing princess ever?
Genie, wait.
What is it?
I'm not so sure I can keep up this charade on my own. Jadence still thinks I'm a prince, and the only thing I have to my name is a fancy title and some nice clothes.
Ooh, that's...
I can't convince the princess that I'm royalty. I don't have a chance.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I might need to hang on to my third wish.
Ooh.
For now.
But you... I thought you
Pinkie.
can't.
Wow, even I think that's cold.
Who said? Doormat agreeing with a soft nod.
Oh, come on, guys. You can't blame me for being worried.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose her.
Fine. If you need me, Master, I'll be inside the tuba. And if it sounds like I'm crying, I'm not. I'm just fine-tuning the instrument. So there! I knew I should have made you make me a pinky promise, even though you have no idea what a pinky is.
The genie said, disappearing back into the tuba in a huff.
Looks like you're out of luck, Prince.
Wait, what the hell? What the?
Or should I say, Shaladdin?
Wait, what?
A dark voice said somewhere behind Shaladdin. In a flash of light, Shaladdin was transported to the throne room of the palace. His fine robes had become rags again, and his friends Doormat and Apul were being restrained by the Saddle Arabian Guard.
Stop squirming, you little pests!
The Rainbow Mane was trying to hold Ranger still.
Roar!
Wait, what?
Brago chimed in, looking from the guard to the tiger and back.
None of this makes a lick of sense anymore.
I had to agree.
Don't even get me started.
In the confusion, Shaladdin's tuba was pried from his hooves, and he was detained by the remaining castle guard. Sombra held the tuba up in the moonlight with his magic, and gave a mighty cackle of joy.
Oh my.
At last, The instrument of destiny is mine. You bring me the Sultan and the princess, and you detain the boy. The last thing I need is for some pony to decide to be stupid and heroic.
The Saddle Arabian Guard didn't hesitate and carried out Sombara's wishes. As they did so, Sombara blew into the tuba mouthpiece, summoning the genie. A great flash of light and smoke appeared from within. But rather than the genie, a large sign hovered in the air in her place.
We're sorry. The genie you are trying to reach is unavailable at this time due to Shaladdin being a big fat meanie. If you are here to apologize, blow the tuba once. If you are evil and trying to take over the world, blow in the tuba twice. Thank you.
Okay.
Genie, I am Sombra, your new master, and I demand you appear before me to grant me my wishes.
Does that mean you wish to see me out there?
Yes! Wait, no, that's not what I...
Too late! That's one wish down, two remaining!
Nice!
You have to be a witty young stallion hero to outsmart the big bad... Wait, what did you say your name was? Sombrero? Like the hat?
No! I am the master here, and you will do as I say!
The palace guards returned with the Sultan and the princess, both of whom protested angrily, but were unable to sway the guards' objective.
There's no use, your majesty. Your stallions answer only to me now. All it took was a simple brainwashing curse, and their feeble little minds were mine to control.
No! Sombra, you traitor!
Yeah, isn't it weird that the bad guy already has magic to do stuff like that, and yet still thinks he needs a genie to take over?
Genie, for my first wish.
Second
wish.
Ha!
I wish to be the Sultan of all of Saddle Arabia.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Sombara and all the ponies in the room waited in anticipation of a large display of magic that never came.
Well?
It's done. What, do you want a parade and a lavish musical number? We didn't have time to do that for the good guy. What makes you think you're gonna get it?
Ooh.
You won't get away with this, Sombrar! I refuse to obey a sultan like you!
Shaladdin shouted, struggling against the guards that held him.
Little Shaladdin, I had almost forgotten. Your charade ends at last, my naive little friend. Did you really believe I wouldn't recognize you when you came parading back to Saddle Arabia?
You didn't. I did.
Yeah.
What must the princess think of you now, Now that she knows you are nothing more than a street rat plucked from the marketplace and conned into getting me the tool I need to take over her father's throne.
I already knew who he was.
Wait, what?
You don't think I could forget you this quickly, do you, Shaladdin? Once I saw you on my balcony, I recognized you. I knew you were only pretending to be a prince to bypass the law of my father.
Smart girl. Don't see many of those in the older Disney movies, do ya?
You don't.
There is only one way to get rid of a meddlesome fool like you, Shaladdin. Prepare to face the most powerful ruler in all of Saddle Arabia!
Sombara ignited his horn and stamped his hooves on the ground, causing it to quake. Every pony, including the guards, lost their balance, giving Shaladdin the opportunity to escape. He raced towards the princess, only to be thrown in the opposite direction by a great scaly tail that appeared between them.
Dummy.
Shaladdin, no!
Oh my!
Is he a giant alligator?
A giant baby alligator.
That's it. I quit.
Wait, what?
You made the bad guy turn into Gummy?
Please, he's not gummy. He's got teeth.
Oh.
Really sharp ones, too. Shaladdin's doomed. Popcorn?
Popcorn.
Shaladdin, who narrowly missed them. He leapt away from Sombara's continued attacks, but knew eventually fatigue would spell his doom.
Oh no.
I don't know about you, but I'm betting on the alligator.
Brago said, joining Genie and snacking on the buttery treat she had conjured.
Brago, you too?
The way I see it, cuz, if you can't beat him, join him.
Oh.
Ain't I supposed to be evil anyway?
Yeah, you're on his side.
Till the sequel when you get redeemed for no other reason other
Peggy.
than wanting to keep Gilbert Gottfried around.
Makes sense.
Give it up, Shaladdin. You have failed. Your wits and magic can never exceed my own.
Not true, Sombrar. For you are forgetting one crucial thing.
And what's that?
Genie has more power than you will ever have.
Oh,
Once I get my hooves on that tuba and wish for the powers of a genie, I will defeat you.
Oh.
Just go shouting your plan, Shaladdin.
Trust me, little friend.
You do have a point, but I'm afraid you shall never have that chance, you fool, for it is I who will use my final wish to become an all-powerful genie!
Ooh.
So is that like you wishing it, or just giving a play-by-play of what's going on in your head?
I wish for you to make me into an all-powerful genie!
Wishing it
There it
then.
is. You knew that first one wasn't like an official wish.
Consarn it, Pinkie, just do it!
Apple said, seeing the way her friend was tiring in his attempts to dodge the giant reptile's attacks. The genie nodded, and the room flashed with a burst of
Ooh.
magic, transforming Sombara from alligator to a menacing genie with eyes that glowed and magic like great plumes of black smoke.
I can feel the power coursing through me. No pony will ever be able to stop me now.
I'm liking this.
Shaladdin raced across the room while Sombara was distracted,
A
following the
sombrero.
black smoke to its source. He skid to a stop in front of a large Mexican-looking hat.
Get it? Now
Yeah.
he's a sombrero.
Ha.
5 times fast.
I'm not going
That's
to.
right, Sombrar. You do have all the magic, but you can't use it. As a genie, you are bound to follow the whims of a master. Whichever master dares wear this, hat.
Sombrero.
What?
For my first and only wish, I wish for you to banish yourself from all pony kind, somewhere far away, where no pony nor creature will ever find you again.
Sombara growled in protest, but his magic ignited, and with a resounding boom, he disappeared, taking the strange hat prison with him.
See, now that is how the original story should have ended.
So, wait,
It would have
what?
saved everyone the headache of a sequel.
Ah.
Alright, Briago. Guess that means you don't get redeemed.
Wait! Let's talk about this for a sec.
Uh.
I was brainwashed. Like the guards. I never liked that guy. Too brooding, too obvious. I
Nice.
like the subtle things. You'll give me a chance, right, Shaladdin? What about you, cousin? We are kin, after all.
I'm sorry. Do I know
you? Ooh. Yeah.
Shaladdin reared on his hind legs and aimed a spell towards Brago, who screamed in protest.
All right, I'm going. I'd rather be a Western pony stereotype than a bird anyway.
Brago said, fleeing from Shaladdin and his friends in a hurry.
Shaladdin!
Jadance cried in relief, running into Shaladdin's open hooves.
A disaster! An absolute catastrophe! To think all these years I trusted him to... Why, Jadance, my dear. Can it be true? Have you finally decided on a suitor?
But, Your Majesty, I lied. I'm not of royal blood.
Yeah.
Father, please. If you want me to be happy, abolish your law and let us be together.
Shaladdin, my boy, you have proven to be brave of heart and noble of spirit. I could not have asked for some pony better to wed my daughter and bring her a lifetime of happiness. Consider the law abolished.
The two lovers rejoiced and locked their lips in a romantic kiss.
Does he realize that Sultan Sparkle's an alicorn and probably will live forever? And so is the princess, so there's really no need for an heir.
What is it with you fourth wall breakers and interrupting the love scene?
Yeah.
Shaladdin nuzzled Jadance, but pulled away with a small grin.
There's just one thing left to do. Genie, I use my third wish, and I wish you free.
Genie let out a mighty cheer and ignited a slew of party cannons in celebration before bouncing off the walls in a flurry of pink light and magic. With no limit to her power, she would now be free to spread her crazy energy in parties across the globe.
And we're doomed.
End. Good night, Poundin' Pumpkin. I'm so glad I finally get to tell you the real story.
The real story.
My little ponies. And I'll see you all next time for some more Pinkie Tales.
Yay! Apu. Sambrar. Name as many wolves. Book biceps. Goody! Magpie. That's Genie says Pinkie. The little mare. Oh! Oh man. So, wow, that was something. First off, I actually like the Disney movie Aladdin. It was actually really good. It did come close to everything in this Saudi Arabia, except the sombrero hat part. But that was funny, and the artwork was really good. And the Mouse of Rarity. Okay, that was actually a surprise. It was Rarity, but wow, that was funny. And Rainbow Dash having three parts. The shopkeeper, the royal guard, the guard, and the tiger. Triple rainboom. Oh my god. And yeah, what was the point of having a genie anyway? I don't get that. But that was. Wow, I just can't wait. I just gotta say, I just can't wait for the next one. The next Pinkie Tales, the Little Mermaid. But for now, like, comment, subscribe for more. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter. I'll be doing more of this and other MOP videos. Tomorrow for the next My Little Pony season 6 episode tomorrow. So yeah. This is Freedom Blitz, flying away from Pinkie Tales, Saudi Arabian. I forget the last part. Till next time. Bye.